does that mean? I don't get why I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Like nowadays, men today want to be chased. What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men courting women? What happened to that? Back in the day, dating was so much easier and it was fun. Today's dating is hell. You give a guy your number and all of a sudden you don't hear from them until like 3 to 4 days later. What was the point of me giving you my number? If you're not gonna text me, I don't get it. The talking doesn't go as far as the actual app. There are no, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let's go catch a movie. Let's go to a cafe and get to know each other. What's with all the endless text messages? What happened to men actually planning dates? What happened to it? I don't get it. How do you date in today's society? What are some of your red flags and your non-negotiables? I do not chase men. I don't do it. I did it once, would never do it again. No, never again will I chase a guy. My biggest ick is a guy that can't hold a conversation. Now, I gotta talk the whole date. I hate it. I don't got time to be dating no guy that don't have no money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound shallow, but I've dated broke men my whole life. I have. Now I'm in a place where I have money and I want to travel and I want to see the world. I don't want you to buy me nothing because I can buy it myself. That's not what I want. I want you to have the financial stability to pick up and go on a trip. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for no Louis. I'm not asking for no bust down Chanel. I don't even like designer. I don't. I really don't. Oh, you're just very intimidating. What the does that mean? How do I come off intimidating when I'm the most socializing person ever? Specifically, my ladies, I want to hear how you are dating, especially in today's generation. What are some dating apps you're on? Where do you go to date? And what are just some of your non-negotiables when it comes to dating these men? Because I ain't got time. Anyway, this is the makeup look. I wanted something really cute and rosy. Bye, guys.
Y'all might not be phrasing it the same way, but y'all continue to ask for the same type of man. 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 feet. And y'all wonder why y'all are getting the men that y'all get. Y'all wonder why y'all are in the same position that y'all are in 10 years later.
I'm sorry, wait a damn minute. Who raised this generation of 20 to 30-year-old men? Because why did I wake up in a man's bed and he order breakfast for himself? Yes, like fully Chick-fil-A delivered to his door. He made me buzz the door in and I didn't know what it was at first. And it was food and I was like, oh my God, yay, we're eating. Like I am hungry. It was for him. And like, I guess I was like, my eyes were kind of closed in the morning. I was just murmuring. I wasn't like fully coherent to like place an order, but he didn't ask. And that's just, to me, it's like when you went to a sleepover and the parents didn't feed you the next morning. What?
Can we talk about the downfall of dating? That dating pretty much like doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if this is something that's only happening like in my friend groups or like in my social media timelines, but when's the last time that you saw somebody get into a relationship? Like a relationship for a long period of time. When was the last time that you saw that? Because I'm not seeing it. There's no girlfriend, boyfriend going on in my world, or if so, then very, very few. But the whole dating culture is so backwards and weird and literally evil right now. Like, everybody operates out of pride, ego, and fear. Fear of getting hurt, holding on to this unforgiveness of what the last person did to them, so then they're gonna treat you like that. Every woman I know, and this is no hate to my girls, but is stuck on their ex. What is that about? Why are we all stuck on men? Men are supposed to be stuck on us. This is not the way that it's supposed to go. Like, men aren't chasing women anymore. They fall back. Nonchalantness is through the roof. Every man thinks that they're future. Every woman wants to be future too, honestly. And everybody is just operating out of like this fear that if I don't hurt this person first, then they're gonna hurt me, and then it's just a cycle, usually with the same person back and forth. But God forbid you move on to the next person, don't heal, do the same thing to them. Like, bruh, it's disgusting. Honestly, like, it's gross. It's not cute. We make fun content about it and stuff sometimes, but like, it's genuinely weird. Like, men and women hate each other. They hate each other. They want to hurt each other. Nobody wants to build. Nobody wants to grow. And you know, you know what's sad is that people want to be in a relationship. Men want to be in a relationship. Women want to be in a relationship. We all want this, but nobody is willing to do the work of healing or of even just simply letting their guard down in order for a situation like that to come. And even if you do get in a relationship, congrats. 90% of the people I know are getting cheated on or are cheaters. Like, it's madness. It's really madness. And it's weird. It's insecure. It's gross. So I guess, I don't know, I'm gonna just be single for the foreseeable future. I know God got my husband on the way, you know. I'm willing to wait. I don't have a problem with being alone. I enjoy being alone, but just watching it as an outsider, honestly, and somebody who has been in this situationship culture, it's also stupid and pointless, and we're just hurting ourselves and healing, like, for no reason. Like, we went through all this, never even had a title. Like, what?
For the next 5 years, let's all petition as women to not talk to a man, touch a man, give a man any type of engagement at all. They need to be lonely. They need to be starved of our energy. They need to realize.
I know what I want to say, but I'm not going to say it.
The clothes women wear to the gym are not the problem. The real problem is the people who have the problem with the clothes. I can't escape the videos of everybody talking about what women wear to the gym. Honestly, it's not that serious. It's clothes. Everybody needs to stop freaking out. Like, the history of athletic wear has always been tight. I don't know why in 2025 all of a sudden we're like, oh my god, women are butt naked in the gym. Who is butt naked in the gym? I want to know. I want video proof of who is butt naked in the gym, because I keep hearing it in every guy's video, and I've never seen a woman butt naked in the gym. But God forbid she wears sports bra and shorts and everybody's like, she's naked. She's naked. You go to the gym to focus on yourself, not focus on other people. When I go to the gym, I'm not focused on anybody but myself. That's what we go to the gym for. So why are you so worried about what somebody else is wearing, what makes somebody else comfortable? Whenever it comes to men wearing tight athletic wear, there's no problem with it. You know why? Because the problem is not the clothes. It's the people who have the problem with it. Women don't look at pro athletes on the screen and go, wow, look how tight his pants are on his butt. Look how tight it is in the front. Like, oh my god, dude's carrying. Nobody does that. Only men look at women in the gym and go, wow, that's so tight on her butt. And that's the real problem. It's not the clothes. I just don't know why we're even talking about it.
Yada, yada, yada. Official D Jizzy said if your camel can be seen outside your private property, then you are the problem. Go home and change.
I just had to keep it a bean, you know? Like, I personally, I can't do guy friends. Unless you're gay or I'm not attracted to you, it's not happening for me in this day and age. So I'm gonna have to just let that be what it is.
A dude in the comments said, light-skinned women when they haven't gotten attention in 5 minutes.
Let me tell you the type of person that I don't like, though. I don't like those men who get online and pander to women. And y'all know exactly what type of nigga I'm talking about. They get online talking about some, yeah, you know, women, you gotta watch out for all men. Men are bad. Like, cause men are evil, okay? What you gotta understand is that men are evil. Mind, this is a man saying it. What are you talking about? And they always word it as if they're not a man. They always try to seem like, yeah, you know, men are just bad and evil. And it's like,
oh, so all men except you, huh?
That's what you want us to believe? Are you dumb? That's the foundation we're gonna make. All men are evil except you. You're the savior, huh? Huh, buddy? Is that what you're telling us? Because it sounds stupid. Okay, how about you stop talking? I don't like those type of men who make those type of content. I don't like that one Cuddy Board guy. I'm not having anything against his content. I just don't like his approach. Hey, ladies, you want to hear a disgusting secret about men? No, we want you to shut the fuck up. Damn. Oh, you're trying to act like you're not one of us. Like you're not a man. I don't understand when they gender-based content and then they bash their own gender as if they're not a part of that gender. I don't like them.
Men will deadass just say something and think that they're on to something. I just heard a guy say to his girl, the girl said, I'm just scared. And he goes, the thing that you don't realize is the thing that's holding you back is your fear.
You must be talking about a lot of these female dating coaches on this app.
All irresistible women know this secret. There is a formula to being worshipped, and they are gatekeeping it from you, but you can discover what it is right now if you listen in. I say it's a formula, it's actually simpler than that. It's just one thing. Picture a man who's obsessed with a woman. He treats her like a queen. Now, this might look different for each couple, but there's one thing they all have in common, and it's the most important thing that you need to command as a woman if you want to be worshipped. And it is this. In every single dynamic like that, the man has an immense respect for her, and that underpins everything. But this can be learned, and you can weaponize it. Classes in session. From today, from this exact moment that we are in right now, you have a new best friend, and it is called the respect barometer. Every dilemma you find yourself in, when you're not sure what to do, you can use the respect barometer to figure out how to interact with a man. And it goes like this. Ask yourself, will it grow his respect for me if I cancel on the girls now? Will it grow his respect for me if I sleep with him now? If I renege on my boundaries? If the answer is no, don't do it. Every time you compromise on your boundaries, you don't prioritize yourself, that respect dials down, it trickles away, and it's in the micro behaviors of everyday life that respect tap starts to leak. But if you can reinforce this respect at every crossroads you find yourself in, the opposite happens. Respect dial turns up, the effort increases, and so does his obsession. If you want to become irresistible, the good news is it can be taught. Now, I talk to 5 women for free every month, and we create a personalized glow up plan for them. If you are interested, comment glowing and I will DM you the link.
I keep on telling you guys, I'm in the wrong business. Half of these women with their delusional fairy tales and stories can be in Pixar. They can be in animation. They can make Disney movies. They can be making so much more money just making stuff up.
I don't know who needs to hear this today, but you should never, ever, ever, ever depend on any man, okay?
Okay, so I just left the gym, and while I was on the treadmill, I was scrolling TikTok, and I came across this young lady's video. And she presents herself as like the big sister, looking out, giving advice to younger women. And a lot of her advice, because I did go look at her page, and a lot of her advice is really good. I mean, taking care of yourself and, you know, remaining attractive and feeling pretty throughout the day. All of those things I totally agree with. But this particular message about never depending on a man, I don't agree with. I think it's actually really bad advice for young women because it's not going to apply to everybody. I lived a very independent life when I was in my early and mid 20s. And I mean, happiness is not going to depend on just one thing. Like, it's a lot of variables. So, but to sum things up, I met my husband when I was 26, and he snatched the independence right out of my life. And I have been provided for, taken care of, protected, and loved very well in the past 19 years. And it's been the happiest 19 years of my life since then. He works very hard every day, and I wake up when I want, and I do what I want. I come to the gym, I go get facials, I take care of our children, I live a very fulfilled life. I know that's not going to be for everybody, but it is going to be for me and women who are like me. The fact that I don't know how much our mortgage is, our utility bills, I couldn't tell you because I don't pay them. I love living that life. I love feeling like I am under the umbrella of my husband, that I am provided for, I am protected, I am loved, and I don't have anything to worry about. I love that feeling. Now, I'm not trying to go off the far edge and saying like Shira 7, the sprinkle lady, saying that you need to meet a man who's a provider and just marry him based on how much money he makes and how much he's able to provide for you. That's not what I'm saying at all, because like I said earlier, happiness depends on a lot of variables. But a huge percentage of your happiness is going to depend on marrying the right person, not just because he's able to provide for you, but because you guys are compatible and the quality of the friendship, the quality of the relationship, all of that's going to matter. Happiness is a very complex thing. And that's why I say don't listen to these content creators like Shira 7, who's telling you, you know, who cares if the man cheats on you? Who cares what he looks like? Who cares what he does as long as he's rich and he provides for you? No, you're going to be, will you be able to buy like whatever you want, do whatever you want with your time? Yes, but that's not going to, our happiness as a human being doesn't depend on just those things. So there's a lot to take into consideration. I think some women probably are hardwired to be independent and who can be very happy living on their own and, you know, depending on their own efforts. But some women like me just enjoy being stay-at-home wives and mothers and knowing that our only job is to stay pretty and take care of our home and raise our babies. At least that's what it is like for me and some women that I know. So to tell all young women never to depend on a man, I just think that that's a bad message. That's all.
And of course, you got women in the comments hating. Oh, all men ain't like that. Girl, you got lucky. Oh, it's not like that. Of course. Y'all always, instead of listening to the message, want to hate. The woman is married. She takes care of the kid. She said, I don't got to worry about the mortgage. Y'all not going to listen to her. Y'all going to listen to somebody that look good and got a big behind. Don't worry about it though. Y'all got it.
Honestly, if a guy lasts a long time, and he doesn't want, you know, in like 5 minutes, I want to be really fat. Okay, I'm like, what? You don't like it? Like, I'll probably just be frying. Honestly. It's just rude.
Men literally can't win because apparently it can't take too long, but it also can't be too short. But what women need to realize is that it's not really about her. Sometimes it'll take longer, sometimes it'll be short. It just depends on the amount of stress, the amount of excitement, the amount of sleep, the amount of time that it's been since the last time. And even more importantly, that man is trying to satisfy you. So if you're not communicating what your preferred timeline is, then he doesn't know. Like, he's shooting a dart in the dark. Honestly, a lot of guys think that the longer, the more impressive it is. And imagine him doing that and actually working on that, and then he offends her. That's where they feel like they can't win. And it's not that he's incorrect, because I think some women do think this way. They would be impressed by his length of time. The bottom line is that that man just wants you to communicate. Just tell him what you like.
No one has more confidence than an ugly ass man who thinks everyone is chopped. Like, men and women, they just think everyone else but themselves is ugly. You could show them a picture of the most objectively beautiful person in the world, they'd be like, chopped! Girl, chopped? I'm gonna chop off one of your nuts. You don't realize soon that you look like humans before evolution, okay? And it truly does get to a point where it's like, this is self-cessed, because who do you find attractive? For some reason, I never have it in my heart to be like, gang, find the nearest reflective surface. But like, it makes me mad because they need to hear it. Like, literally, they'll see the most gorgeous woman and be like, you'll never catch me with that. Gang, I better never catch you procreating, because what the hell? If I can't put you onto a girl that you find attractive, let me put you onto the method called breathing out your nose. God, like...
Now think about the confusion you feel, and then apply that to when women come on here and they say, I haven't seen an attractive man in 5-10 years. I haven't seen an attractive man in I don't know how long. I don't find but 5 to 10% of men attractive. Men are not really good looking. I see gorgeous 10 out of 10 women every single day, but not one attractive man. I see great women every day, but not one good man. It boggles my mind. Stupid.
What happened to the guys that are like, let me come pick you up and let's go to dinner so I can get to know you, not let me come over so I can get to know your routine.
Check your friend zone. The guy that you are looking for is in your friend zone because you thought that he wasn't toxic enough, he wasn't man enough, he was too pushy, he was too clingy, and you found that unattractive, so you put him in the friend zone. And let's not forget, the type of man that you're probably looking for is the one that you ghosted because he was actually showing interest in you, and he wasn't, taking 3 days to text you back. He actually showed up being intentional, and you didn't like that either, so you ghosted him. And that's just for starters. Let's not forget that women have spent the last decade telling men that places like Cheesecake Factory weren't good enough. They've told them that coffee wasn't good enough. And even if a man shows up 110%, 99.9% of the time, y'all are gonna assume that he wants only anyway. If a man opens up the door on a date, then a lot of women will turn around and, ew, I can get the door myself. Oh, and let's not forget, if he's not 6 foot tall, he's automatically off the list. Women have a plethora of options and they're still never happy because they could have a man that checks off every single box that they're looking for, but guess what? They're going to ruin said date. At the end of the night, they're going to start complaining because they assume that every man that wants to go on a date with them only wants anyway. So you end up ruining it and ghosting the good guy anyway. Oh, and my favorite is the guy that's going to take you out to dinner. You end up treating like crap because your ex comes in the picture and you try to play both sides of the fence, but y'all never want to have that kind of conversation. Not to mention, why would any man plan any kind of dates when there are women out here that have not paid for a meal in 3 months because they're going on dates for free meals? Why is any man going to subject himself to trying to find a good date or a good woman if the outcome is him getting dumped, even for trying and checking off all of the boxes that women are asking for, and it's still not good enough? Okay, bye.
It's weird that women have fought for equality, where we have the right to work, make our own money, be equal to men, but then at the same time, don't want to go half on the date, don't want to go half on bills. We don't want to perform our traditional roles anymore. No, we are not your slaves, but you men are our slaves. You must still fulfill your traditional expectations. We get to do what we want to do, but you need to do what you have to do. It doesn't make any sense, does it? What do you guys think?
A lot of women are confused why men don't open up, and they'll say things like guys are emotionally stunted, they don't share their emotions. And I'm not saying there's not an emotional intelligence gap a lot of the time, but after you've seen the lived experience of a lot of men, it makes more sense. The first thing is that you learn at a pretty young age as a man that when you have challenges or struggles or emotional turmoil, that nobody wants to hear it. Like, people just don't care when you're a man. There's this very unspoken, like, suck it up. If you vent to your guy friend, he's like, yeah, bro, you want a cookie? Like, you want to cry about it? And the unspoken thing is like, yeah, we all have problems, bro. Like, why are you whining about it? And I also know a lot of men who have a story of, like, the one time they opened up to a girl and cried, and then she just, like, lost all respect for him and him as a man. And I'm not saying that's right or that even most women do that, but that's a common lived experience for men.
And I would add to this that just because you're talking and you're sharing your emotion does not mean that you are emotionally intelligent.
Men expect me to react like they are the hardest, coolest when they tell me they drink black coffee. I'm like, congratulations. I don't give a like, nothing about drinking black coffee makes you better than anybody else. And you know what? This also goes for the guys who make sure to tell you that they actually work out before work. You know, they wake up at 3 a.m. They need to let you know. And I'm like, great, good for you. You also go to bed at 7 p.m., Grandpa.
Women are going out sad as men getting more pampered, men getting better treatment than women. Because why? Women are desperate for, like, y'all are so desperate for a man in y'all lives so y'all can say, I'm not lonely, or whatever the case is. Y'all want to talk about men want to act like us. They want to get pampered, treated like us. But who's treating these men to this treatment? Women. Women are the ones getting them facials and getting their nails done and getting their hair done. Women are the ones buying them outfits. Women are the ones saying, you look so good, babe. You want to go here? I'll take you out. Y'all are overextending yourselves, and then y'all getting mad at the men because they acting prissy or sassy. But y'all are invoking the sassy behavior. Because y'all are so desperate either for peen or for attention or for just have somebody there with you so you can say you got somebody, that y'all are willing to do anything and everything for these men. And in return, the men are getting sassy because the men are like, okay, she doing this for me. Well, you know, they getting a little sassy. And now y'all getting mad that the men are acting sassy, but y'all are initiating the sassy behavior from men.
God forbid y'all treat a man with love and respect and care. A lot of these women out here are not good people.
White men, you need to be at the front of the lines. You need to be the ones to take the hit.
Not a dance. Like, y'all can't be serious right now. You spent the last, we'll say 4 to 8 years telling us how full we are. Like, y'all called us everything from toxic to destructive. Shit, you told us you would rather choose a bear than us. You told us that white men were destroying the country. You told us we were destroying the world. I believe recently that Ilhan Omar said we have to find a way to deal with the epidemic of white men. Like, y'all have done every possible thing you could over the last 4 to 8 years to marginalize the of us, to make us the bad guy in everything, to make us the bogeyman. And now we need to be at the front of the line. Now we need to take the hit. Absolutely fun. You guys have done everything you could to relegate us to a stance where we had no power, and that's what made you happy. So we're going to go ahead, sit in the back, drink our tea, and watch you deal with your own problems. Leave us the fun of it.
I don't know why some of these women are making things into an epidemic. And then they think, oh, now you have to atone for your sins. It's your turn to do X, Y, and Z. No, it's not. You're not going to do that. You're not going to try to put, oh, well, to make me happy, you got to, I'm not trying to make you happy. You can leave me alone and get out of my face.
I've hit a point in my life where logic takes over my dating brain. So let me explain. What I mean by that is there's already so many obstacles when it comes to dating. So I was thinking, like, you already know that you're not going to live in the same state as a guy. It's like, why even start to go on dates or start a relationship when you can't even see eye to eye on something that is so important, on something that is like so incredibly crucial? And listen, if I was like in my early mid 20s and it was like a long distance college relationship, then maybe I would consider it. But I'm at a grown age where I'm thinking about being engaged in like 2 years or less. I know so many people are going to be like, go on the date. It's fun. It's free food. But I just feel like because I run a business and I'm so busy and I can also get myself free food, it's like, I just want to know outside perspective, am I being too close-minded?
Now you're starting to get it. Do our values and our core beliefs align? Y'all waste a lot of time knowing that you're not going to do it for no dude, and then when a dude actually puts those pressures on you, like, hey, so is this what we're doing? Then all of a sudden it's a problem. He was controlling, he was narcissistic, he was manipulative. No, the man been telling you from the start, this is my plan, this is my goal. You just didn't like it, and you try to give him problems at the end.
The reason we have a male loneliness epidemic is because there are men out there who are watching women thirst over the new Superman, and they're like, oh, they only like him because he's strong and super hot or whatever. No. We like him because he has the capacity to be extremely strong and he's very competent. And yet what he chooses above all else is to be kind and gentle. Do you understand that? Competent, strong, kind, gentle. Okay? That's all you need to be.
Lash extensions are so scary because right now I have no makeup on. I just have my little eye patches. But I would say, like, I would go as far as to say I'm the baddest, like, at the park right now. Like, no one's really here, but, like...
Thanks for the update, Jasmine. Appreciate it.
Do you have a wife
Hold
or
on
a
a
girlfriend
minute.
or something?
Hold on a minute. Why are you telling them in the comments not to listen to me? Why would you say that?
You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're not going to use profanity on my stream. So
I'm sorry.
Why don't you be a man, turn on your camera?
Be an emotionally healed man.
Why don't you be a man and turn on... Okay, you want to talk about
grass.
being a man? Why don't you be a man and turn on your screen? A woman married you the way you look?
Yes.
Really?
It's not about looks.
Where's she at
It's
right
about
now?
being an emotionally
Where's she at
adjusted
right
man.
now? Huh?
Absolutely no man is going to be happy listening to you.
So,
Literally,
brother,
just a man.
hold on a sec. Hold on.
Go
Calm down.
outside.
Calm down a second. Calm down. A woman married you the way you look?
Yes.
Really?
It's not about looks.
Where's she at
It's
right
about
now?
being an emotionally
Where's she at
adjusted
right
man.
now? Where's she
It's
at right
about
now?
being an emotionally adjusted man.
Where is she at right now?
Sleep.
The who is sleep? The what is sleep?
I can't stand when a man uses an insult like, oh, she trying to use me for a free meal. That's the funniest insult, or like something about them being a trick, because a meal is the bare minimum. And if men really paid attention to women, because they do, they just play crazy. They know that we spend enough money just hanging out with our girls, our moms, our sisters, ourselves. We spend a lot of money on ourselves. And it's just like a free meal from you. If you pay attention, I done already spent, then blew a bag this week just hanging out with my mom. I don't need you for a free meal. Because at some point during the day, after I done got my nails done, my hair done, and all this other stuff I done spent money on, my shopping spree, my stomach is gonna growl. And I was not looking for you to pay for anything. But if you're gonna be in my face, you're gonna have to do something. And that's what a lot of men can't stand. But a free meal insult, that's an immediate red flag and block from and I've never had nobody say that to me personally, but I've seen men jump to, oh, you just trying to use me for a free meal. Like her hair cost, her nails cost, her rent, her clothes, just fun shopping sprees, and you didn't pay for any of that. And I done ate out a couple times this week, so, and you didn't pay for any of that. So one little meal out of the whole 7 days where I have to eat 3 times a day, do the math. That's not an insult. Get out of a woman's face if you can't even take them to dinner. The hell, that's the barest of minimums.
I'm not using a man for a free meal, but if he takes me out, he has to pay for something. He has to give me something. He owes me something. So then you're using him for a free meal.
I have a scenario for guys. I want you to pick one of these. Let me know which you would prefer. Would you rather come home from work to a very clean house, fresh, clean sheets, pristine, number 1. 2, home cooked meal on the table from your wife, your girlfriend, whatever. Or 3, walking in and your chick just looking pristine. Like, she looks amazing, put together. She is there to look good for her man. Is there a preference? You have to choose one. Do not say, oh, I want all 3. I'm asking you, which one do you prioritize the most? The most. I feel like I see so often where, one, people do all of them at the beginning, and then a couple years into a relationship, girls stop trying or putting themselves together because they've been with their guy, or they let themselves go. And guys do this too. Or, they stop being a wife. They stop doing the wifely duties that they used to do earlier on in the relationship. Let me know 1, 2, or 3 guys in the comments. Let's chat about it.
John K. None. I want to come home to a woman that is genuinely happy and in love. We'll do the rest. Dino. Let's just let men be men. Van Desnick. None of them. I want her to be warm and smiling and welcome me in. DRD. None of the above. I want peace. Cecil. Wrong choices. I want my wife to meet me at the door with a hug and a kiss. Most men want love, respect, and peace. And for good measure, Craig Smith. I want peace. No fussing, mothering, nothing better.
Do you know what being with a man who will literally do anything for you? Like, do you know what I did not expect to have to learn about that? Like, I just was like, no, it's fine. You have to learn how to receive. And you have to learn how to ask for what you want. Like, when there is a person in your life that is literally like, baby, I will do anything for you. Like, literally anything. All you have to do is ask. But then I gotta ask. And then I gotta feel good about receiving. And then I gotta feel worthy about the things I'm asking for. And then I gotta deal with my feelings about the things that I'm asking for. And then I'm gonna have to, like, not expect you to read my mind and not expect you to just do things because, whatever. Like, because I telepathically told you. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I have to ask for things? What do you mean I have to then deal with my feelings about asking for things? How are you this perfect and amazing and you push me like this? How could you do this to such a sweet thing like me? I just need you to do things for me. Like, it's rough out here.
The reason why these niggas turning into little is because they're going around effing girls and keeping and stealing our feminine energy and not providing and giving us that masculine energy in return. That's why women are turning more masculine and men are turning into...
Would you say that girls that do OnlyFans are engaged in this?
It's anything in exchange for funds. A lot of women feel like it's safe and I'm not standing on the corner. Yeah, when it comes to the porn industry, I'm just acting. Somebody tell me it's art. Art! For all the women who marry for money, you may have never ultimately took an exchange for money you married a man because of his wealth, not because of how he treated you, not because of the person he is. You married for financial gain. You are a wife who is a clock that T.
In exchange for funds, a bag, a car, a vacation, you on the same side.
Hey, future husband. So I wasn't aware this was a multi-step process, and that's cool because a smart girl like me always comes prepared. So here is the second reason why you should like me. Get it? Chickens and scrambling egg? Scrambled eggs? So yeah, I plan on laughing you out of your drawers so that A, you don't realize I only cook 2 meals, B, you cook for us, or C, we found a way to eat. So that is my submission, and I love you, husband. Bye.
That's all I was supposed to say. Me realizing I might have to be with a man I'm not attracted to just to live a soft life and be taken care of. Yes. For most of you, like, this is like definitely going to be what you're going to have to choose. Give you some estimates, okay? What you're going to want is a 2 to 3%er. That's making over $300K a year. Simply making 6 figures, 100K, 200K is not going to be enough. I mean enough in the sense where, okay, they get you a house, you can go shopping whenever you want, that kind of stuff. You would absolutely need to be with someone who made over $300K a year to live that kind of lifestyle. Me lowballing. Now, when it comes to making 6 figures, there's 19.5 million men who make that amount. But when it comes to being a 2 to 3%er, 3.5 to 4 million. So 3.5, 4 million, you feel like you can get that done, right? No, because most of those men are married. Actual numbers closer to around 800,000. Let's not forget the age-old, women only find 20% of men attractive, which, to be honest, the number's a lot lower, but let's go with 20 here. That's 160,000 men. That is 0.046% of the U.S. population. And let's not forget, I'm not even factoring this in, these men also have to find you attractive. So it's like a lot of you want these 2 to 3 percenters, but it's like, are you 2 to 3 percenters in this department? Because that's going to be what they want most of the time if you're not going to be working. I'll get on this app, you see the most attractive women you've ever seen in your life being like, oh yeah, I don't pay my own bills. And it's like, yeah, like of course. And it's like, now you want to get in on it. And then you see other more down to earth women who have broke men paying their bills and they're still not in the financial situation that they want to be in. So then you're really like, oh wow, so I just really shouldn't pay my bills then. But it's like long term, like if you really want to live like a good life, again, you're looking at 0.046%. So it's like, mind you, you're making this post where you're like, man, dude, I might have to get with an unattractive guy if I want to live this life. Bro, you might not even get that life anyways. You might not even find one of these men. You might have to settle for a chop dude making 80K and call it a day. Y'all are convinced that y'all can just get these men and you...
Like seriously, as a high value man, why would I want to be dating a pug in the face? You look like a pit bull. I'm not wanting to wake up to that.
Would you financially provide for your wife? Of course, absolutely. She is my wife, therefore she is my responsibility. Would you financially provide for your wife? Do I have to? Oh.
So Haley, before everyone started to hate you, I gotta say your videos were also bad. But anyways, for those who don't know, she's reenacting a video that I stitched a long time ago when it was first going viral about US men versus Russian men, asking men if they would 100% support their woman financially. And she's doing a little role play here, a bunch of American men who said, basically, I don't know, it depends, 50-50, the whole thing. And a lot of Russian men who are like, absolutely, yes, I would. But I guess it was a coincidence. She forgot to include the other videos of Russian women and American women being interviewed. And wouldn't you guess that a lot of the Russian women have a lot more traditional values than the American women? They are pretty subservient to the man that they're metaphorically dating. It is almost like it is a trade-off. The reason why most women will sit there making reenactment videos talking about how there's Russian men out there willing to pay for everything, but yet they're still going to go for American men is because of the fact that the reason why that is because women are treated way more unfairly in the other countries compared to the United States. What seems like a great benefit and so much fun in the beginning that you don't have to financially pay for anything, you give up with a sense of security, stability, and the fact that you are giving up your autonomy. A lot of women in the United States still complain that they believe there's a gender pay gap, and whether you believe that or disbelieve that, that's not really my point. But in Russia, I can guarantee you the pay gap is over 30%. Men typically make about 30% more than most women. Also, I know, shocker, this area where men have to pay for everything and women are looked up as inferior to men, women don't hold as many leadership roles. And not only is it expected, but it's actually kind of looked frowned upon if you don't prioritize things like marriage and having children over your career and being more ambitious. They must prioritize things like housework and cooking and cleaning and things like that. And you must be obedient to your husband because the rate of domestic violence in Russia is significantly higher than the United States. But Haley Bailey, when she's not being canceled for posting dumb videos on the internet, she's making poor skit comedy where she leaves out the actual reason behind the video. Like, you're going to make this video making it seem like all men are these lazy, unsupportive husbands, but you leave out the fact of the trade-off you're giving up by wanting to be with a Russian man. Because with your logic, why wouldn't every girl, if they knew this, go to Russia and go link up with a Russian man? Is it possibly because they know deep down what that's going to entail? Also, I don't know if people are just that unaware of what the average person's income and financial situation is, but most people are going to need 2 incomes right now in the United States. And that's not the fault of a man not being manly enough or the woman for not being home enough. That is because our government is bad at making things cheap and affordable, or it's on purpose. In Russia, yes, you are going to make less money, most likely, but things are a lot cheaper in Russia than they are in the United States. So even if all of those things that I just previously named weren't true, the reality is people can afford to live off one income a lot easier. Because what I think a lot of women are mistaking for chivalry are just forced dependence on most men. Because there's a reason why most of these women are making skit comedies in the U.S. and still going for U.S. men instead of flying to Russia to go get with those provider men. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
Somebody in the comments said, also, the divorce rate in Russia in 2024 is 80%. I wonder why. And then somebody added on, they said, look up the DV rates too. My God, they always want to try to talk about how terrible American men are. No, man, we just know y'all playing games.
What are the expectations on a third date? I can't even believe I'm saying this, but I'm going on a third date tomorrow. This never happens. It's usually only first dates that I go on. And the last time I went on a third date, I got ghosted. So I'm really excited about this date. I'm excited to see him. However, I feel like with date number 3, sometimes people have certain expectations, especially because he is inviting me over to his place. And he's going to cook for me. So I feel like that also adds to a certain expectation. However, I just don't know that I'm ready for that yet. I like him. I do. I will tell you that I like him. That's why I'm going on a third date. That's why I'm going to his place. But I don't know that I'm ready to go there yet. But I'm worried that he is going to expect that. He's going to have that expectation. So what do I do? Because this is not a normal situation for me to be in. As I never go on third dates. How do I handle this? Do I address it beforehand or what do I do?
I really do long for the day that we can just be private about what we're doing. Like, don't, even though it's relatively harmless and it's not really revealing much, this is something that you guys can honestly and truly keep between yourselves. What are the expectations? Somebody give me some help. You don't need any help. You just need to have a conversation about what you guys are doing. Remember, you're trying to create a friendship with this person. How are we trying to create a friendship with people and we're not even talking to them?
Did a study in order to find out what you can say to your husband or your boyfriend that has the same impact on him that I love you does for women. And it turns out that it's thank you.
Yeah.
We literally just looking, and here's the key for all the women out there. It is looking at something he does, noticing something he does, and saying thank you for it, as small as it is.
Yes, I think this makes total sense, but just for some clarification, ladies, don't say thank you in response to him saying I love you. In all seriousness, when you ask men to rank like the important things that they feel from their intimate relationship, from their partner, the number one thing is appreciation. Because men naturally, they want to build, they want to fix things. So when they get appreciated for the things that they already naturally are good at and they want to do, that truly convinces him that he is loved for who he is as a person, that he is truly loved as the man that he wants to be and is.
Okay, my next Mother's Day hot take is actually for the dads. If you wake up and you give your wife flowers and you say like, I'm gonna make breakfast, and you take care of her, and the whole day you are involved, mentally involved, you're loving on her and telling her that you appreciate her, and you get laid that night, just take notes of what you did that day, and take notes of what you don't do the other days and what that gets you.
I see what she's saying, but it does sound a tad transactional. Like, say for instance, if you're waking up on Mother's Day and giving your wife flowers, allowing her to rest, all those things, that's for the day. I really want to ramp it up. But I think a lot of men are like, well, I kind of do this all the time. So, why do I have to continue to go above and beyond? Like, oh man, every day you wake up with breakfast in bed. Every day you wake up with flowers in your face. Every day you wake up to a foot massage. Come on. Like, at that point in time, it's a little bit more unrealistic, right? I can wake up every day, turn over, kiss you and say, hey, I love you. I'm going to work. Hey, I hope you have a good morning. I can call you in the middle of the day and say, how you doing? Right? Things to show you that I'm considering you, things to show you that I'm thinking about you, things to show you that I really care about you. I really actually love you. But if you're saying, if you do these things for me, you have a better chance at me wanting to, as a lot of men in the comments said, reward you for this. And men are like, I thought you actually cared about me. I didn't think that I had to, like I said, give you a massage every day, buy flowers every day, and do all of these other tasks just to get a thing that I thought lovers did, that I thought husband and wife did, that I thought spouses just naturally did because they had such a love and a passion for one another. Once again, I'm not talking about nobody that don't do anything around the house. I'm talking about a man that gets up, All right, I love you, going to work, or whatever it might be. Things helping you around, helping out around the house, doing things around the house, actually pulling their own weight to say, I actually care. I'm actually in this relationship. This is actually us together. You're saying that all that isn't enough. I know that's not what you're saying, but that's what it sounds like. And that's why you're receiving a lot of the backlash in the comments, because this sounds a tad bit transactional.